So I've been spending some time with this 2020 Volkswagen Golf GTI Autobahn. The Autobahn is the top level trim before you get to the full-on Golf R. So I wanted to take some time and go through and showcase all of my favorite features on this vehicle. So first up, my first favorite thing isn't exclusive to the Golf GTI Autobahn, but it's so great to me, in my opinion, that it's on my list. So this GTI came equipped with the 7-speed DSG dual clutch transmission. It's a free option on this vehicle, and it has to be one of the top 5 dual clutch transmissions out there. Everybody knows that Porsche's PDK transmission is king, but I've never heard anybody say anything bad about a DSG other than saying, oh, it's not a manual. And to me, that doesn't say anything negative about the transmission. That's just personal preference on what transmission you want to drive. So you can also obviously leave it in manual or in automatic mode, but if you want to go to a manual mode, you put your foot on the brake, put it in drive, it's on the automatic, and you slip it to the side. You can go up, down on the stalk like normal, or the gear shift select like normal, and also paddle shift on the steering wheel. I personally use the paddle shifts because I come from a dual clutch transmission that I daily drive. Next up, I'm always a sucker for drive modes, and this GTI Autobahn features DCC adaptive chassis control, which is basically a series of suspension drive modes, and that goes hand in hand with the drive modes you can select from the button next to the gear selector. So what you do is you push that button and you bring up a series of drive modes that change suspension as long as a series of other options. So you have Eco, Comfort, smoothens out the ride, Normal is basically default, and then you have Sport, which stiffens up everything. You can also customize and adjust what you want. So the DCC chassis control can be adjusted, Comfort, Normal, and Sport, while your steering could be normal. Your drive system, you can go for a more eco setting if you wish. The differential, everything can be adjusted as you see fit. Even the climate control can go for a more eco setting. And engine sound, always put it on Sport, right? But I'm a big fan of drive modes, and this has a series of them. So my next minor feature that I like on this thing that follows kind of the performance nature of drive modes is that this GTI Autobahn features the performance monitor screen. So what it is basically, as you can see, a digital performance gauge screen, and the driver can personalize it to show information like a G-force meter, boost pressure, power usage, right here. You got oil and coolant temperature, and I just like it because, I like to see what's going on in the engine. So you got boost pressure there, but I really like this performance screen. As you can see, it kind of goes to sleep after a second, and then once you approach it, you can change it. It's kind of cool. Sticking with this screen, this thing gets the 8-inch touch screen that allows you to access all sorts of technological goodies, nav, bunch of apps, your radio, media, things like that. It's a nice big screen. It's not like you get a little mini screen. You pay almost $40,000 for a vehicle and get a really small screen, but you get this nice, crisp, clear screen, and I really like it. So next up, my favorite feature, which is probably the most worthless feature in performance vehicles, for some odd reason that I love it, is launch control. So not only does this little thing have launch control, but like all of the vehicles in the Volkswagen, Audi, Porsche triangle, it is very easy to initiate. So how you do that is to first turn off the traction control using the button next to the gear selector. Traction control is off. You go 100% on the brakes, which I'm currently doing, and then you start giving it some gas, and you will see launch control activating in the middle between the RPMs and the speed gauge. Launch control program active. So I'm not going to launch it right now because I'm not exactly in a safe area to do so, but it's really easy to, if you wanted to do so at a stoplight, to get going as fast as you can. So following up with that launch control, I wanted to highlight a little bit about what makes it go. So I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on limited slip differentials, but having driven enough performance vehicles, I can kind of know that there's some wizardry going on with the front wheel drive differential. Driving it hard, it did not feel like understeer city like I imagined it would. I had only good things to say about driving with this differential, so I'm not going to pretend that I understand how the VAQ Volkswagen differential really works. I'm sure there's a lot more better technical videos out there to describe that. I just know that this thing was not understeer city, like I said, through the corners, through some spirited driving on my country roads. Luckily, with the current events in the world, not a lot of people on the roads right now, so I was able to enjoy this thing. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video showcasing my favorite features of the 2020 Volkswagen Golf GTI Autobahn. Thanks for watching.